Treasuries started the week a little bit higher after last Friday's job report, and that's mainly because we were expecting an increase of 255,000 jobs in January. Instead, we got 353,000 jobs. That's right, 353,000 jobs created in January. That's up from December's numbers. And yet unemployment remained the same. So for all intensive purposes, at least for the Fed, they're saying that we have a really strong labor market right now. Now, we all know that if you dive into the details, I've been talking about this over the last several months, that the job market is not as strong as it looks just by the numbers. However, the Fed is looking to the jobs report in making decisions about rates, and he did allude to that fact in his speech last week, which is what caused treasuries to go higher. Now, on Tuesday, I'm recording this on Tuesday of this week, and treasuries have edged even higher from the start of the week. So I did mention that we are going to have a bumpy ride down to lower rates. I still stand by that. We're having a higher week because of data, and we are super data dependent in terms of interest rates. So I am seeing some fluctuation here. If it's going to calm down or if we're going to see slightly higher rates until the next Fed speeches remains to be seen. There's not a lot of data coming out this week, so I don't anticipate there's going to be much to change rates. So right now, treasuries are riding on that strong jobs report that we just got. So that said, I am seeing interest rates in the fives, in the high fives for certain lenders for strong deals, certainly the larger deals. So anything, let's say over about 2.5 million, you can expect to see rates in the high fives or maybe around 6%, just depending on leverage and a whole bunch of other factors. I'm also starting to see a slight uptick in business as people are starting to see that there are opportunities out there. They are looking at cash out. Now, what I'm seeing a lot of our clients are looking at right now is a short-term fixed rate. I've been preaching this for over a year now, but it still is a good idea to get the lowest prepayment penalty you can possibly get on a loan because you know you're going to be refinancing in the next few years. So that is still the focus. However, I am seeing more opportunities out there and people are wanting to pull that cash out, knowing that they're going to refi in 1 to 2 years, or let's say 1 to 3 at the absolute max. So they are looking for those lower prepayment penalties. I actually have locked a few people in the high fives in the last week or so. So there are still some decent rates out there, especially compared to what we've been seeing. So that's all really good news. Now, because of this last jobs report, the probability of a rate cut in March has gone down quite a bit. I think it's 38% or 42%, but it's definitely below 50% chance that the Fed's going to cut rates in March. And I really don't think there will be a cut in March. He has already said he will be cutting in June. So that is my expectation for now. As we've always talked about, the Fed waits too long every time. So I think this case will be no different, that he should cut in March, but instead he's going to start cutting in June, and we'll see what that looks like. But right now the forecast is that he's going to cut 25 basis points every meeting through the end of the year. And we're going to see some relief in treasuries. My forecast is that we'll see some relief in treasuries, but I do not see rates dropping as quickly as they did there at the end of the year. Over about a 6-week period, we dropped about 100 basis points. I don't think we're going to see that for this year. I think we're looking at anywhere from 50 to maybe 70 basis points over the course of the entire year. So if you're waiting for lower rates, you're going to be waiting a little while longer. So this is not right around the corner. This is not happening tomorrow or next week or next month even. This is going to happen over the next 10 or so months. Now, 2025, I think it's safe to forecast that we'll have a further drop in treasuries and see even lower rates, but that is next year. So you guys, if you are looking at any deals, as always, you definitely want to get that priced again this week because rates are changing. They have gone up slightly this week, so you can expect to see higher rates. Some of our lenders will let you float, so you don't have to do a rate lock. So hopefully you can lock in at the best possible time. But if you're happy with the rates that you have now, I'm pretty much advising people to go ahead and rate lock. We don't want to play this game and then end up getting disappointed when you lock in a higher rate. So have a fabulous week. If you have any questions, reach out to me and I will see you next week.